Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator, actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Welcome, good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. Let's double check OBS Chan. This is Let's Play Sickness Part 2. As Sarah and I prepared to go to sleep, I asked her a question. Say, Sarah, you know the witness from school, right? Nod. Do you think you can get any more information from her? What did you think I was planning on doing? There's no way I could leave this alone that easily. I should have known. Finally ready to accept my reward for a full day of hardship, I laid down without another word. No matter how exhausted I am, or how conflicted I feel, there's nothing a good night's rest can't cure. Double check OBS real quick. Yep, okay. Don't worry, I'll keep you posted. Sarah navigated her way from the light switch to our bed, soon snuggling up to her idolized vigilante. Sweet dreams. Regression. The next day. Wednesday morning, September 21st. The second my conscious mind entered the world of the living, footsteps approached my sleeping figure. Good morning! Wakey, wakey, breakfast is ready and your clothes have been ironed. Get them both while they're still warm. We have an iron? Okay, shower, check. Clothes, check. Breakfast, check. We've still got a bit of time left. Oh, I should get a start on the pre-preparation for dinner. And off she goes. Now that Sarah's stalkers have been dealt with, she was returned to her usual chipper self. If anything, she's now more lively than ever. Hey, can you turn the TV up? Forget lively. Sarah was never this happy in our old home. Not that I can fault her for being happy. The only downright odd behavior she displayed since last night is her newfound fascination with the news. She watched it on and off last night, and today she had it blaring since the moment I woke up. But her obsession isn't all bad for me, so I have no plans to stop her. On the contrary, I've already begun to make use of it. While I can't approach the witness or question high school kids, Sarah's free to do both. Better yet, she seems to know the girl, and was thus able to tell me all about her. You want to know more about the witness? I guess it can't be helped. I'll impart upon you a portion of my great knowledge. First off, her name is Lucia Kai. She's 1 year younger than us, and she's in the grade below me in school. Lucia doesn't really have any friends. I don't think many people even knew her name until yesterday. Let's see, what else? Lucia isn't very interesting. Above average gauge, average looks, below average physical fitness. But get this, her family is well off, but they don't seem to get along. They're actually really ashamed of Lucia. Because of that, they won't let her have any fun. She can't go to birthday parties. She doesn't have a computer. She lives a really boring life. She waits in a room alone, waiting for someone to save her from her fate. Always playing the hopeful loner, seeking companionship, praying for the freedom that others take for granted. Or at least that's Sarah's interpretation of Lucia's situation. Regardless, it does fit my impression of the girl, and Lucia seems nice enough. She doesn't sound like the type to brag to her friends about what really happened, or to hand her savior off to the police. All that's left now is to have Sarah confirm a few of my suspicions, and my mind will be completely at ease. Saying our usual goodbyes, Sarah left the house with a skip in her step, and enough cheer for both of us. Whether or not my morning will stay so cheerful, however, is yet to be seen. As happy as I am that Sarah is now shining brighter than ever, the collateral damage won't be too happy to see me. Though Marcus's injuries weren't life-threatening, his ego has been severely bruised, and he won't be anywhere near as intimidating. As a result, I'll be taking the lead today, expected to commit the violent acts I had initially winced upon seeing. I left a short while after Sarah, taking with me Marcus's knife. While I don't really want to take over as the lead collector, the alternative is far less appealing. Either the collections get done, or I wind up in an underground MMA ring. No matter how much Andre has prepared me, that's still a fate I want to avoid at all costs. I'll drink some water. Come to think of it, I seem to be shifting jobs rather rapidly lately. Without realizing it, I was coerced into being an underground MMA fighter, then an assistant debt collector, and now a lead debt collector, all in quick succession. Hell, chances are it will soon change again. There's no way my position as a lead debt collector will last very long. But whatever the future holds, all that matters, for the time being, is that I survive the next 3 hours of my life. My first day as a lead debt collector, and hopefully my last. Waiting in front of our shop was Marcus, who had shaped up considerably since I last saw him. Unfortunately, his confidence and attitude appeared to be among the last stages of his recovery. Morning, killer. Well, someone's in a mood today. Well, what right does he have to call me that anyway? He killed more people on our first collection together than I have total. No, there was 3 people. We're up to 3. Not that that's really a discussion I want to have. Why so quiet, killer? Don't like your new name? It's far better than your old one. What kind of stupid name is Suo, anyway? Oi, oi, it's not like I get to pick it, okay? Our mother named Sarah, and our father decided that twins should have twin names. Apparently my mother flat out rejected his other suggestions, having me with the least abnormal name he came up with. Shut it, Bluey. Let's get to work. Or what are you afraid? To go in without me? Rather than laugh and put on his usual act, Marcus continued to stare at me bemusedly. I guess he expected a little bit more out of his forced recruit. I trust that you were briefed on our stops for the morning? Yeah, I remember them all. While Marcus was getting patched up, Andre ran through a list of names, amounts, and addresses with me. Since having a paper trail was not an option, I needed to commit all of them to memory, even with my head muddled from my discouraging morning. Luckily, we only have around a dozen stops to make today. No matter how distracted I am, I should be able to pull it off. Then what are you waiting for? Well, here goes nothing. First up is a restaurant owned and operated by a Taiwanese man, and it's not the only one on our list for today either. Are Asians compulsive gamblers, or are they just plain bad at gambling? I'm fairly new to this job, yet it seems like a lot of the stops I've made have been to restaurants owned by middle-aged Asian men. What's more, I get the feeling that these are the kind of pointless questions I'll be asking myself a lot today. Marcus and I remained seating until the only other patron present finally left. As he walked out the door, I followed Marcus's usual lead in. I made my way to the entrance and flipped the open sign around, locked the front door, and closed the shutters. Thai female. Sigh, not this again. Oi, get in here. The waitress called out to the next room, summoning forth a middle-aged man with an apparent gambling problem. Don't me. Take a look at what you have done now. The waitress pointed at Marcus and I. I'll handle this. The hell you will. Every time this happens, you brush me aside saying you'll take care of everything. Then 3 months later, it's the same thing all over again. Look, I said I'd handle it, all right? And I'm saying that if you were capable of doing so, we wouldn't be in this situation. The couple began to argue, soon reverting to their native tongue and excluding Marcus and I from the conversation. At first I felt awkward for having lost control of the situation so quickly, but soon after that, instead, I felt amused. While I'd seen my many similar exchanges between indebted parties during my admittedly short criminal career, never had Marcus and I been so blatantly ignored. Swapping languages is a pretty obvious yet effective tactic. They could be plotting to kill the two of us right now, and I'd be none the wiser. And while I doubt that's what they're arguing about, it sure would be nice to know what they're saying. Oh well, if we can glean any useful information from them, we may as well get to work. Hey, eyes this way, you bastards. Look, you two can argue all you want once we leave, but the only way that's going to happen is if you pay off your debt here and now, understood? The restaurant's owner didn't say a word. He simply disappeared into the next room with an assumed goal. Damn, that was easier than I thought. Maybe I'd make a good lead collector after all. No intimidation, no knife waving, no blatant threats. Just a logical statement telling them how to get rid of us. No, that's just naive. This is going way too smoothly. If he had the money, wouldn't he have just paid up instead of making us hound him? Something's wrong here. I really want to criticize the author and artist. I mean, I guess you have your own unique style, but that's not how you draw a gun. But it works. Alright, you bastards, you want me? Come and get me. Just as I thought, crossing the line, the restaurant owner burst back into the room, shotgun in hand. Shit, I knew this was going too well. Honey? What are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? I told you I'd handle this. Oi, sleazebags! Hand over whatever you've collected today, and get out of here. Oh, you're robbing us? Uh-oh. We haven't collected anything yet. You're our first stop. Idiot, don't tell him that. No money, huh? Well, now, isn't that a problem? Waving his gun around, the man smirked as he taunted us. We were at an obvious disadvantage. No amount of bravado would change that. I wonder, what do you people usually do to those who can't pay? Maybe I should cut off your hands, like the thieves you are. While I looked around the restaurant, trying to find an escape, Marcus clenched his fists. Don't get cocky, asshole. Marcus, stop. Okay. He's not going to be able to walk that off. You kind of need that to live. Was there anything I could have done to prevent this? Was there like some different choice I could have made that would have resulted in not this? Because I don't feel like I've had a lot of options up to this point that have any real... Like, all I've done is decide what my opinion of my sister's cooking is. I don't think I've been given any decisions that would have affected this. The second Marcus charged forward, our target fired, blowing Marcus' stomach wide open without hesitation. Marcus's body hit the floor, unmoving, and regrettably familiar sight of pooling blood filled my eyes. Hey, Marcus? I tried calling to Marcus, but I received no response. I moved closer, placing my hand on his shoulder weakly, pushing for a response. Marcus? Can you hear me? Back up, kid, if you don't want to end up like your friend. You'll do as I say. The owner crept forward, getting a closer look at his work. I kept my eyes on Marcus, discreetly keeping track of his shooter's vicinity as the man closed in on his victim. Please, Marcus, speak to me. I said back up. Ah! Feigning an emotional goodbye, I drew the shotgun-wielding man closer, careful not to let him catch me glancing at him. The moment he was within striking distance, I abused the window of opportunity Marcus' sudden death had granted me, slashing his shooter's throat immediately. He dropped his shotgun, unable to hold both it and his throat at the same time. I moved in to finish the job. Well, sparing no time for my fallen partner, I coerced the waitress at gunpoint to take me to their safe out back. Cash in hand, I fled the scene, moving to my next mark for the day without delay. I moved from target to target, completing the day's work with ease, and before I knew it, I had completed my last stop for the day. But even then, after completing a day full of solo ventures, I felt neither happy nor relieved. I had continued working not because the work needed to be done, or because I felt obliged to finish what I started, but because I simply didn't know what else to do. Marcus is dead. He was shot right in front of me. I was right there beside him, and I couldn't do a thing to help him. As the lead collector, I should have thought things through. I shouldn't have let us get into that situation to begin with. But the most worrying part is, it could have just as easily have been me. While I tried to convince myself otherwise, I was in just as much danger as he was. I could have died then and there, or at the next stop, or even at this very seat. The waitress could have poisoned my food for all I know. The chef could be loading a shotgun. I've been flirting with death this whole time, high on the thrill of getting paid to intimidate random strangers, never truly realizing how messed up this kind of life is. If I keep this up, I really might die. Like I said, is there a path in this game in which no one dies? Except, the people I don't like? It's a guy what was special about Marcus. He was my friend for 2 weeks. I don't know. Hello? Well, that's a very concerned expression. Hey, Andre! Walking through the dark corridor, Andre nervously glanced behind, cautious of where he was being led. Okay, this is... So you don't even know about Marcus. Why are you being angry at him? What is happening? Move it? Yes, sir. Andre's guide continued to urge him forward, allowing no chance of escape. Upon passing through the heavy door which awaited him, Andre was greeted by a single man. Nice to see you, Andre. Good evening, sir. As Andre spoke, the presence behind his back shifted. Although both men spoke kindly, there was an unmistakable sense of malice and unease in the air. Andre, my friend, let me cut straight to the chase. I want you to explain to me why that runt Marcus has been making your collections for you. They became concerned because of the initial thing that happened yesterday. What's the reaction going to be when they find out he's dead? Also, yeah, he was actually already having Marcus doing some collection. Well, Marcus had been wanting to do collections, and Andre said it was only okay if we brought us with him. Okay, I can understand that you would want to bring Marcus along with you as part of his training. That makes perfect sense to me. What I don't understand is why you'd let him take the lead and go off on his own. The presence behind Andre shifted once more, this time inching closer. I wanted to make sure he had what it takes. Throw him in head first, you know? Is that right? Well, obviously he didn't have what it takes. Otherwise he'd still be alive, wouldn't he? Okay, so this is after we... How did you guys find out? You know, obvious... How does this work? I know, probably best I don't know. It's like, Lunar negates knowledge of criminal stuff. Grand Theft Auto! Cyberpunk 2077. And stuff. Oh, you didn't know. Shit. What? What are you talking about? I saw him just... He was shot dead this morning conducting a collection. No, that's impossible. He is... Lucky for you, his partner wasn't hurt in the process. His partner? Wait, you're telling me that Marcus is dead, but that other brat survived? Why are you upset we're alive? Just how is that lucky if Marcus really is dead? Then it's definitely his partner's fault. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, kind of our fault. On the other hand, you knew we were still new to this, and our partner had already got his ass kicked, and you were his trainer and his previous partner, so it was still your decision to sign off on this. Either way, this is still a terrible situation. Oh, just yesterday that incompetent brat left Marcus alone to go on some bullshit vigilante. So you knew what I fucking did? How do you know? I mean, obviously it's on the news, but... I mean, how do you know it's me? It could have been somebody else. Now, when he was supposed to be taking the lead, Marcus winds up dead. Nobody can do this job alone, let alone with an unreliable partner. Huh. Oh right, I did the rest of the job by myself. What is that expression over there? Reminds me of Zelos from the Slayers 1995 anime. They made a lot of seasons of that, but it originally started as light novels. Huh. Nobody can do this job alone, huh? What's so funny? You say that nobody can do it alone, and yet this incompetent brat managed to do just that. Instead of making excuses or crying over his partner, he avenged his death and completed the day's work. Andre stared at his boss in disbelief, unable to swallow what he was hearing. You really are defending him? I seek out talent. This boy has it. Marcus did not. Did you stab him? That sounded like... Why did we stab him, though? I mean, he still had use, right? What? Did he attack? Was it because we were about to cuss? I don't... Why was Andre stabbed? You son of a gawk. Where are we being stabbed? Oh, he attempted to lunge. Okay, it makes sense. The assassin dude from behind him is like, I'm a ninja! Andre attempted to lunge at his boss, but before he could do so much to take a step, the presence behind his back made its move. That being said, do we bust our lip or are we internally bleeding? That's probably in a lung. He's probably gonna die? Because, I mean, at this point, yeah, stab wound to the lung, probably not useful as a fighter anymore. He's got the fire in his eyes until, the lung stops working. Andre is thrown onto the ground effortlessly, the blade embedded into his back before he could retaliate. Same old Andre, huh? Sai, twist your blade, would you? Isn't that excessive? That's going to hurt a lot. Understood. I expected a change in facial expression for Andre. You bastard, you spent all this shit about your employees being your family, but the second would become inconvenient. Again? You never did understand, did you, Andre? You are not my family. Marcus was not my family. My family are those who understand loyalty and discretion. Huh, loyalty, huh? Like you know the meaning of the word. Huh, you just can't help yourself, can you? Sai, we're done talking. Where did you find a ninja? Once again, returning home early. mostly because I had nothing to do with my free time. I went through the usual motions of my return. I received a warm welcome from my sister, showered, hid my suspicious purchases, and finally settled in for the story of her day. Usually I'd just sit and nod as Sarah told me about her friends at school, what subjects she had, and what she learned, none of which interests me in the least. Today, however, Sarah has been playing detective, and for once, brother dearest, is all ears. Oh, and I talked to Lucia today. You know what she said? My dear sister, half the time I don't even know what you are saying. Wait. Why does that name actually sound familiar? Lucia, is she a friend of yours? You don't remember? She's the girl from the news. You know, the one saved by the vigilante? Right, I remember now. Are we playing dumb? Or rather, how could I forget? Yay, we're being... I don't know. What's the word for it? Tactful? Tactful, I think it's tactful. Her name slipped my mind after what happened today, but the girl herself won't soon be forgotten. Anyway, I asked her about what happened near our school yesterday, but apparently one of the attackers knocked her out, so she doesn't remember much. That's actually very... Okay, cool. All she could really confirm was that the vigilante rescued her and disappeared without a trace. Knocked out, huh? Well, that's one way to get people to stop asking questions. Sarah's giving this girl too little credit. But is that it? After a full day of interrogation, Sarah got more out of her like that? Does she know anything about the police investigation? I know it's only been a day, but have they made any progress? Haha, I've got your attention after all. Apparently the vigilante didn't leave a trace. No murder weapon, no fingerprints, no sign of forced entry. He just vanished. Really? I mean, I did take the weapon with me, and I didn't need to break in, but no fingerprints. I didn't wear gloves, and I'm sure I touched the floor during my scuffle with the second attacker. Yeah, but he bled a lot, so the blood probably covered that up? That's how that works, right? I don't know. Did Lucia clean up after I left? Or do I just have a knack for crime? Yeah, it's probably just pure luck. Whatever the case, I'm not behind bars, so I guess I couldn't have done too badly. Anyway, enough about that. How was your day? You're back early again today. Did you change shifts or something? Ah, right. As far as Sarah knows, I'm still working for Mr. McDowell, pulling long, physically demanding shifts at that damn warehouse. I kinda know the feeling. I went to the grocery store today after work. I was basically using the fucking shopping cart as a walker. My knees and back just want to give out. Also, my teeth hurt. I'm getting tired of these dental infections. In a couple months I'll have to get those pulled or something. I used to do a job about a decade ago that used a bunch of chemicals. I won't go into full detail about stuff. Mainly, I'd be getting sick, so I'd be vomiting in my mouth, but I couldn't, go anywhere to throw up. So I would just vomit in my mouth and re-swallow my vomit, then vomit again, and re-swallow my vomit again. And that would be like every day did that for like 2 years. So that's not very healthy for you. So... But hey... I've already had a few teeth pulled out in the past few years, and probably next couple months I have to at least probably get 3 more of those back teeth pulled out. At least for the moment I still have all my front teeth. But I feel like it's just a matter of time. I avoid eating anything too hard, but I still eat things, even chewing with the broken teeth, and it hurts, but I dislike being in pain, but nothing I can really do about it. Just saying, that job kind of sucked. My current job I'm grateful for. It's just, they're asking a lot on the quotas, and I feel like no matter how hard or fast I work, I can't reach the quotas they want me to do. I feel like they're being unrealistic. And it's just constant move at all times. No downtime, and it's just, I don't know, I'm constantly tired. Then it would help if you sleep more. I don't hardly sleep. And of course I got other stuff in my mind, to be stressed out, have other physical and emotional, mental issues, and, well, like I said, my back, my knees, my shoulder blade it constantly hurts, and having dental and sinus infections, basically like clockwork, is... But you think, like, especially even though the dental infections make a little bit nausea, you think I wouldn't be hungry, but no, I'm like, it like makes me hungrier. For some reason, being in pain just increases my appetite. Hell, the couple times I've had COVID, even though I felt like shit, I never lost my sense of taste or smell, and it just made me hungrier. So it's like, yay, how do we deal with stress or physical pain? By eating more. I wonder why I'm fucking fat. Okay, enough of that rant. I'm just saying, this feels kind of sad. Like, I'm pushing a damn shopping cart around a grocery store, and I'm basically using it like a walker. Like, I'm supporting my weight on the damn shopping cart as I'm walking around. As I feel like my shins, my knees, my thighs, my back, like everything just wants to give out on me. At least you don't have to move my shoulder blades too much while just having my arms in front of me holding a damn shopping cart. But yeah, I'm basically using it like a fucking walker. Either eventually I'm gonna just... Heck, maybe I'll do such a bad job at my job that not only I get fired, but my entire company will go under and go bankrupt because of some screw-up I do. And then all my coworkers will lose their jobs because of me as well. And everyone's lives will be ruined because of me. And I'll be like, I'm sorry. And then, you know. Just saying, I'm grateful for my job. It pays the rent and stuff. I can get video games. But I find it physically painful. And I'm constantly sore from it. And it makes it hard to go to the gym. Especially since I gotta be careful not to overdo it at the gym, because then I won't be able to do my job, because my job's physical. Standing manual labor where I'm basically constantly moving, and I'm expected to do things precisely and quickly, and to inspect things. And it's just like, I mean, at the end of the day, either I'm going to like just turn the wrong way and my knees just gonna like tear or something, or I'm gonna pass out. Since half time I feel like I'm gonna pass out at doing it. Or I'm just gonna do such a shitty job that they're just gonna fire me. Heck, like I say, maybe I'll do such a bad job that the company I work for goes bankrupt because of how bad a job I do, and then all my coworkers also lose their jobs because of me. Well, all that aside, like I said, I'm grateful for my job, but it's exhausting, it's stressful, and I'm in constant pain. And like I said, at least I have some more antibiotics from the doctor, so that should kill the infections in my mouth and make that pain subside, I guess. Until then, I guess just a little bit extra Advil and Tylenol. I'm just tired and sore and in pain all the time. Heck. Seriously, I'm considering just having the doctors pump me full of antidepressants. And they've been wanting to for a while. Okay, back to the game. Enough side tangent bullshit. I guess things would be easier if I told Sarah that my hours have changed. At least then I'd have more freedom to come and go as I please. What would you guys do in this situation? Cast your votes in the comments section. A, B, realistically, probably just change subject. Like an option, like just gonna make a save. Like I said, was there a choice at some point which Marcus wouldn't die? Or Andre wouldn't die? Is that unavoidable? Like, is there a path in which he doesn't die? Like I said, realistically going here, but voice your opinions in the comments. I need to go to bed. I'm tired. I think I have some cake. I'm gonna eat some cake. Everyone's like, you're already fat. I know. Heck, I made a video yesterday saying, like, I'm gonna try to be more athletic. I'm gonna do that too. But I'm still gonna eat the cake. And some Pepsi and some cookies. All that. Maybe cook something. So how are you losing weight, Lunar? Well, I'm gonna eat some cake while I cook something in a skillet. I'm gonna be eating while cooking more food to eat. Other than that, I mean, back to the overtime grind. Again, I'm making extra money, so that's good, I guess. Just exhausted. Everyone's like, oh, so what are you going to do for workout today? I'll do it tomorrow. I don't have time. I just want to eat something and maybe watch a Let's Play somebody else has made and go to bed. And then wake up early for work for another long-ass shift. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for my job. I mean, it pays better than most things would be options. And even though I feel like walking out all the time, I don't even know what I would do if I did lose my job. I guess not pay rent. This has just evolved into Lunar complaining about having to work for a living. This is just, hey, I'm Lunar D8. Listen to me complain about being an adult who has to pay bills. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I guess I was just trying to change the subject from the fucking incest. I don't know. I never did actually play any more of the Andy and Leyley game. I feel like this game is just Andy and Leyley, just different graphics and more violence. I still thought there was supposed to be cannibalism in this game at some point. I didn't expect to be like Batman who stabs people and MMA fighting. I mean, I guess Batman does MMA fighting. Okay, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys want. And then I'll at least consider it. And then probably ignore it. Because at the end of the day, it's my decision what I pick. And then again, it's a video game. We can go back and do multiple endings. So I can always go back and do it multiple times. Heck, we can have multiple save files. I can just jump back like, hey, here's this one scene, see what we missed. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see in the next part. And I will at least read your messages, and then I'll consider it. But even if I have 100 comments from 100 different people, all saying to do option C, I don't know if I actually will or not. Honestly, we might go back through and do all the options. I don't know. I'm just sort of like prolonging the video because I don't know how to actually end the video. Other than just, hey! I have choices. That being said, which of these choices would have kept Marcus from getting shot with a shotgun? Have I had the option to do something like this before? I'm pretty sure like the only options I've had is lie about clothing or something, or what my opinion of the time she cooked pasta. It was pasta, wasn't it? I don't know. Well, I made this as boring as possible, but hey, that's par for the course here. So, yeah, so do we lie? Do we change the subject? Or do we do something perverted? Also, in the next video, if we do pick the do something perverted thing, but it winds up being like a hentai scene, obviously I can't show that on YouTube. At which point either it would have to be heavily edited, which I don't really feel like doing that. So more like if I make a video and I'm like, oh, there's tits everywhere, then I'll be like, well, I can't show the paizuri on YouTube. YouTube would not be okay with that. But I'll tell you about it. I'll be like, hey guys, option C had a paizuri scene. You can't see that. So I don't know. I'm just really, really tired. Oh my god, that's such a terrible joke. The thing, you know, the angel Digimon that turns into the big titty angel woman in Digimon? Like Paimon or something? Paizurimon! Yes, I have now ruined Digimon. I am the first person to ever make a hentai joke about Digimon. Thankfully, no one has ever made a lewd joke about any Pokemon ever. There's certainly nothing lewd about a Vaporeon or a Ditto, or, you know, every Pokemon in existence. Because the internet is a place full of possibilities. I don't know where we're going with this. I think Jessie from Team Rocket is pretty hot. Has this now just evolved into, hey, anime characters that I want to bang? Apparently. Okay, well, before this devolves into any more insanity or degeneracy, I'm just gonna end the video. So, I hope everyone had a wonderful day. I hope we all get some good fucking sleep, as I'm really exhausted. I am going to eat some cake while I cook something in a skillet, and then I'm going to go to bed, and then wake up to my... I have 3 of those alarm clocks that have the bells and the little hammer thing on my bed, and then I have a sunrise alarm clock at the foot of my bed, and I have like 5 alarms set on my phone. I'm so tired. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I think I've officially made the most boring video on YouTube. Yay! Guinness World Record for cringiest video on the internet. Yay! Going to bed now. Hope everyone out there has all the hugs and head pats you could ever want. Bye.